Students, today we study plant anatomy, wood anatomy, the organization of wood according to wood structure, basically two types, sapwood and heartwood. Two types of woods according to organization, sapwood and heartwood. First we study sapwood. When a tree is young, certain cells within the wood are alive and capable of conducting sap or storing nutrients, and the wood this type have a capacity and functions is referred to as sapwood. The sapwood also another name is alburnum, heartwood, also called duramen, dead central wood of trees. A new sapwood is formed under the bark. The inner sapwood progressively change into heartwood. In the wood undergoing this change is the living cells die. In these two sections of plant stem, maple tree and black locust tree cross section easily shown the in center darker area known as heartwood and the lighter outer ring is sapwood. The sapwood in the center of the tree dies, forming heartwood, and as the cells die, they release chemicals that change the color of the wood, as well as the making wood stronger and more resistant to attack by insects. This is the major function of this progressive change. Structure and development pattern of sapwood and heartwood. Sapwood is new wood and is like a pipeline which moves water through the tree up to the leaves. The sapwood is lightly colored and formed of living cells associated with vessels and fibers. Sapwood commonly ranges from 4 to 6 cm in radial thickness. Many second growth trees of merchantable size consist mostly of sapwood. Heartwood consists of inactive cells that do not function in either water conduction or food storage. The compounds including resins, phenols and terpenes, sometimes referred to as extractives, not only help make heartwood more resistant to attack by insects and decay organisms, but also tend to give the inner portion of the stem a distinctive dark color. The proportion of heartwood to sapwood in the main stem does vary with species. For example, black locust, for example, usually has a very narrow band, often less than an inch of functioning sapwood, whereas in maple tree often can have many inches of sapwood, a relatively narrow course of heartwood. In this cross section of a stem, structure of sapwood and heartwood easily understandable. In the radial sections, as we seen, vascular cambium, paidium, cork cambium, and cork. This is a part of outer bark. Outer rings are in sapwood, centrally located pith, surrounded by heartwood, between them the radial ridge. Sapwood is formed due to the cambial activity of the secondary xylem. Heartwood is formed due to the accumulation of different compounds such as oil gums and resins, etc. The oil resins and coloring material infiltrate the walls, and gums and resins may fill the lumina of cells in hotwood. During the transformation, a number of changes occur in this process. All living cells lose protoplast. Water contents of cell walls are reduced. Food materials are withdrawn from the living cells. Tyloses are frequently formed which block the vessels. The parenchyma walls become lignified. Oils, gums, tannins, resins, and other substances develop in the cells during this process. Again, this diagram shows the structure of sapwood and heartwood. The outermost layer is outer bark, followed by inner bark, then cambium layer, sapwood xylem, heartwood xylem, in center pith, the functions of sapwood and heartwood. Sapwood performs the physiological activities such as conduction of water and nutrients, storage of foods. The function of heartwood is no longer of conduction, given only the mechanical support and mechanical strength to the stem. The heartwood part of a tree is also far more susceptible to fungus than center of the trunk. Heartwood contains far less moisture than sapwood and will have far less wrinkage when it is dried. The sapwood in the center of the tree dies, forming heartwood, and as the cells die, they release chemicals that change the color of the wood as well as making the wood stronger and more resistant to attack by insects. Economic importance of heartwood and sapwood. Heartwood as a timber is more durable than sapwood because the reduction of food materials available for pathogens by the absence of protoplasm and starch. The hematoxylin is obtained from the heartwood of hematoxylin because of the absence of resin, gums, and coloring substances. Sapwood is preferred for pulp wood and for wood to be impregnated with preservatives. The red oak logs trees stems cutted down. So on the two portion of in center heartwood, outer covered by sapwood. In another cutting, heartwood almost cover whole stem, will and sapwood found in a very narrow ring. That is the brief description of sapwood and heartwood. Students, thanks.